The sign says don't feed the foxes. Ain't nothing about you can't buy them coffee.
And you're not even fully coffeeed up yet.
Well, good morning. It's the first full day of the trip. We have arrived in Wyoming. Yesterday we didn't shoot a whole lot of video. Well, we were shattered, I guess is the appropriate word. It's about almost 6 here in southwestern Wyoming. Show you where we made it to yesterday. We flew into to Salt Lake City and picked up our rental car. Everything went splendidly. Just knock on wood how smooth things went yesterday. Picked up I-80. I know that's kind of boring, but it was a scenic ride. Crossed over into Wyoming, and we're currently right now at Evanston, Wyoming. We wanted to get across into Wyoming last night, and we did, so that was our goal. Today, we're going to pick up 189 and go all the way north into Jackson, Wyoming, and we have reservations in the Tetons National Park lodge. And we got an entire day to make this trip. I don't know the mileage off the top of my head, but it's going to be a very leisurely day, actually. We're going to make our way over to the breakfast here momentarily. Weather today promises to be in the high 60s, low 70s, sunny. Right now it's in the 60s outside. It's still dark. We're still on Eastern daylight time, so it's going to take a day or two to get used to that. And I told Miriam it's now Monday morning that she has to get up and get ready to go to work, and she laughed at me and she said, "Never again." After breakfast, we head north on US 189 towards Jackson and Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Pro tip: if you need any provisions while traveling in this part of the country, it's best advised to pick them up while you're in town. There aren't a whole lot of convenience stores or gas stations along the way. Fortunately, we found a small coffee shop and topped off on coffee before we headed out.
Pulling out of that KOA on the road in our Chevrolet. Turn right at the Texaco, then anywhere we want to go. I know I'm gonna get there next to you. And baby, I know wherever we go, got the wind at our backs and the sun coming through our windows, burning down the tread on 4 wheels. High on life and loving you, we can do whatever we want to. Finally as free as we feel, and I'll go down this road if you steer.
I know for people who live in this part of the world this is nothing, but for us East Coasters who, when we travel, we're familiar with the concept of the green tunnel. There's no green tunnel out here. It's just a beige horizon. Oh. Find it very therapeutic, and this is gorgeous, just gorgeous.
Forget the map, all the rules, everything you learned in school. Drive under a Texas sky, a slow road gets us there in time. I know I'll find my way if I'm with you. And baby, I know wherever we go, get the wind at our backs and the sun coming through our windows, burning down the tread on 4 wheels. High on life and loving you, we can do whatever we want to. Finally as free as we feel, Pulling out of that KOA on the road in our Chevrolet. Turn right at the Texaco, then anywhere we wanna go. I know I'm gonna get there next to you.
So we have to almost like stand in line to get shots of the mountains and the sign. But it's worth it because we have finally arrived.
So gorgeous.
Well, we made it to our cabin at Colter Bay.
There we go.
This is perfect.
It's quite quaint. Oh, there was something.
So Miriam asked, "Where's the air conditioning? Should we need it?" Well, I
I
found
did
it.
not. We don't need air conditioning.
Look, it's
ever.
right here. This is the AC unit.
Are these huckleberries?
I don't know.
You'll have to
Eat one and find out.
Yeah. Then I keel over and you'll get the insurance money. That's your goal in life.
This is Colter Bay, named after John Colter, and it's pretty much bone dry. We just heard a lecture from a ranger to explain what's going on. Before this was a national park, back in 1910, the state of Idaho built a reservoir here for agriculture so they can grow their potatoes. And so they owned the land and they owned the water, and it's been a dry summer, so they have been removing the water to irrigate their farms. And it's their water, so they can do that. And of course it leaves the lake bone dry almost. And it's a shame, but that's the nature.
They built the dam.
They built a dam that caused the lake to be created.
Right. And so the water flowed down Snake River to Idaho, because we're in Wyoming.
Yes.
Now.
Yeah, right now we're standing in Wyoming, and the Snake River feeds into this and then goes on down to the into Idaho. The name of this lake eludes us at the moment, but you know, we're so used to seeing salt water at home to see fresh water, and the Tetons in the background, encased by smoke, unfortunately, but nevertheless. And the sun get ready to set behind the Tetons.
You don't realize the mountains are there until you look carefully and like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh, this is very romantic. Take me to the nicest places.
Yeah. Up high where there's no air. They're going to get eaten by grizzlies.
But at least we'll taste better if we're well rested.
Don't think it works that way. We're slowly winding down the day. We're going to watch this sunset across this mountain. This
Ghost mountain.
Smoke-encased ghost mountain.
Yeah.
Because all the wildfires out in the Pacific Northwest, California, Oregon, Washington.
Yeah.
But still,
it was interesting listening to the ranger this evening talk about that, and the fact that the jet stream picks up the smoke and brings it here, but not the wood smell, just the smoke.
yeah, yeah.
And that fire is natural and part of nature, and actually necessary for the life of the forest. But it's weird because it's like ghost mountains. It's kind of surreal.
Yeah,
You
and I
see the
guess
shadow.
the ranger said that if you want to come and see the Tetons, the best time to come is at the very beginning of the season, or perhaps in the wintertime when the sky is clear and there's no fires.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just tricky because it's hard to get in the park until the snow has cleared.
Yeah.
And we're going to try to stay up to what, 9 o'clock mountain time?
Yes, way past our bedtime.
Our bodies are really, really fighting this time change.
Yep.
But it's been great. It's so different. The topography is so different than Virginia and North Carolina. So we're gonna go back to the cabin and maybe open that Wyoming whiskey.
Yes, gonna have a shot of that and enjoy the night, and then get up tomorrow morning, and we have a day planned, so we're gonna have a nice day.
Yeah.
Morning. It's the first morning in Tetons National Park.
Yeah.
And it's also Miriam's birthday. Say, happy birthday, everybody.
Oh, stop.
Still a lot of smoke in the mountain. We kind of eyeballed them a little bit early this morning.
It's clear that this morning.
Clearer, but it's hard to see the mountains.
We slept better. That was the biggest change.
Here's some
of good energy.
Some things that you didn't anticipate. Well, I didn't anticipate. We're East Coasters. First of all, it's a 2-hour time change. The temperature last night was, it got down to, what was the temperature you saw? 40.
Well, it was 43 this morning.
43.
When we woke up.
And it's late August. And at home in Virginia Beach, late August is 90. When you wake up in the morning, it's like 80 with high humidity.
But it was great sleeping.
Oh, it was
down
great.
Comforter.
Yeah.
Yep. This could be a great day.
And then we're going to go for a hike, and then we're going to figure it out as we go along. We're just going to make it up as we go.
It's the best kind of day.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Here we go.
Come along.
We were blessed with a bit of a miracle. The smoke finally cleared out. We headed over to String Lake Loop Trail for a 4-mile hike over to Hidden Falls. The word epic doesn't do it justice. Again?
I just think this is the most iconic photograph. This is what I think of when I think of the West and Wyoming. The bridge and the river. And
I've hiked in some pretty cool places in my life, and I've seen some pretty cool sights. But this by far is the best. The Grand Tetons. This area, 1999, saw a pretty good sized wildfire here in the area.
From a lightning strike.
Yep, which were most of the wildfires. This area was totally eradicated, but it's come back.
These are very young pines.
And these are the stumps of very old pines. And we listened to the ranger give a talk, and fire is actually required as part of nature. Oh look, some more berries, those blue berries. I think you should try them.
You're trying to kill me.
What do you think?
Oh, I'm just loving soaking it in. You know, the mountains look so different from this angle. They don't look nearly as dramatic.
They look pretty dramatic to me.
But I mean, from the distance, they just seem to shoot up from the ground. Here you have, you know, a sense of the topography in front of it.
Yeah. Well, here we are in August, and there's still, well, there's glaciers up there on top of the mountain. Yep. And we saw probably high altitude snow earlier. It wasn't reaching the ground, but we saw it coming down, evaporating before it got here.
And the range over here, you can hardly see it all.
Yeah, that's okay. Let the smoke be in that direction. And if you don't want to take the 4 to 5 mile round trip hike, you can take the boat from a parking lot a little further up the road, take the boat across, and then it's a short hike up to the falls, which appears to be what most of the folks here are doing.